Peace, peace. We got a great topic today. So today we're going to be going over some reflections on one of the challenges that was brought forward when I posed the question to the Still Lotus meditation group around what are folks dealing with, what are the challenges that folks are contending with when it comes to implementing some regularity with their meditation practice and finding a way to be consistent with it. And so Heather Mitchell brought forward a challenge that I think many of us, myself included, can probably relate to or have dealt with to some capacity. And that was, she was saying how, a regularly scheduled practice or, having a practice that has a certain set time each day isn't necessarily in alignment or in harmony with her own natural rhythm. I think oftentimes, especially in the Western world, we deal with so much of our day being um, revolving around a calendar. And so, whether we're at work at this time or picking up the kids at this time or school at that time, often a lot of our day is beholden to a calendar. And so that can bring about a certain amount of when we have time that is ours and we can reclaim that time, sometimes it may be difficult to add more schedule, willingly put ourselves in a schedule. That can be hard. I can definitely relate to that. I'm super averse to any schedule if I can be. That being said, I'm also a Virgo sun, so personally for me, I actually thrive within a certain amount of schedule and a routine. And what I've found in my own practice is if I can set a routine or a schedule and then let it be somewhat lax in the sense that it's not my entire day, but within the confines of kind of a loose schedule, I can find more flow, more freedom and spontaneity within the scaffolding of a schedule. So that's one point. The other important thing to consider here is there's really only one benefit from having a regularly scheduled practice, which is simply that you're meditating, period. It brings you to your seat, to that place where you can reconnect with your essence and find presence, right? Let's give it up one time for the wind that starts blowing when we sink into that. Mother Nature's always listening. And so I found that for me also, like, what I'll do is I'll have a very short and brief practice at the very beginning, top of my day, where I'll get out into the sun, allow vitamin D from the beautiful sun to come on my skin and into my eyes. And I will just do like a 1 to 2 minute meditation that's very accessible. And then throughout the day, I'll allow myself to come to presence wherever possible. Because ultimately, it doesn't really matter how long we're meditating each day. It doesn't matter at all how often, really, when it comes down to it. The goal and purpose of meditation is simply to bring that state of presence into all that we do, all the mundane aspects of life, all the difficult challenges, the when we're reactive, when we're in a state of tension or anxiety, to be present enough to interject and stop that cycle from becoming worse and worse. And so, I think that we can take it easy on ourselves and find a rhythm that feels natural to us. And then the main thing is that we are finding a way to meditate um, with a level of depth that allows us to bring that peace and that tranquility into all aspects of our day. So, just my 2 cents on the topic. I hope it helps, and look forward to and stay tuned for the next meditation coming out, which will be around regulating our central nervous system, which is something the entire world needs more of. So, let's talk about that soon, y'all. Peace and love.